Good morning, students. Today we will continue with the same part of the unit. Means yesterday we have discussed about the grammatical part, what it is about adjective, degrees of comparison, and some meanings of the words. So today we will continue the remaining grammar part. Grammar. Read the following sentences. The elephant is bigger than the donkey. The donkey is not so big as the elephant. The above sentences, the elephant and the donkey are compared with respect to their size. The words big and bigger are adjectives that are used to compare their size. So, here in the above sentence, elephant is bigger than donkey. Donkey is not so big as the elephant. Means we are comparing elephant and donkey. So, these words we are comparing its size. So, these words big and bigger are the adjectives which are used to compare their size. Here is some information about a group of pupils in 6th class. So, here they have given us information about the 6th class students. We will see. Here, what they have given in this box: name of the student, age in years, height in feet, weight in kgs. So, here there are some students. We will see. Harini, age 11, height 4.9, weight 27 kgs. Sheshagiri, age 12, height 5.1, weight 30. Akila, age 12, height 4.8, weight 28. Bhaskar Raju, age 10, height 4.5, weight 24. Sidhu, age 13, height 5.3, weight 35. Rajesh, age 11, height 5.1, weight 28. Vamshi, age 13, height 4.5, weight 27. Manoj, age 12, height 5.1, weight 30. Gopi, age 10, height 4.5, weight 25. Here we can see the information of the students like their age, height, and weight. Now make 20 sentences comparing the ages, heights, and weights of the students as shown in the examples given below. We will see, means now using this table we have to write 20 compare means 20 sentences comparing the age, height, and weight of the students in the table. So they have given some sentences for our idea. So we will see those example. Harini is as tall as Raghava. If you see this table, see where is Harini. Harini height is 4.9. Raghava is 4.9. So what they are saying, Harini is as tall as Raghava. So they are saying that Harini and Raghava are same height. So Harini is as tall as Raghava. Like that we have to frame 20 sentences using this table. We will see the next one. Harini is not so heavy as Raghava. See the weight of Harini. Harini's weight is 27, whereas Raghava is 28. So the weight of Raghava is more when compared to Harini. Harini is older than Gopi. Harini's age is 11, Gopi's age is 10. So Harini is older than Gopi. Sidhu is the heaviest boy in the group. If you see the weights of everyone, you can find Sidhu. Sidhu is 35. He is the heaviest boy in the group. So you, in this way, we have to write the 20 sentences. So students, I have written for you. You write them in your notes, as there is no space for you in the textbook. You write these 20 sentences in your notes without any spelling mistakes. Now we will see those sentences. First one is, Sidhu is the tallest boy in the group. Write in your notes. First one is, Sidhu is the tallest boy in the group. Second is, Sidhu and Vamshi are the oldest boys in the group. Third is, Bhaskar, Raju and Gopi are the youngest boys in the group. If you compare with the table, you can understand these sentences. Seshagiri is younger than Vamshi. Fourth one. Fourth one is, Seshagiri is younger than Vamshi. Fifth is, Harini is not so old as Akhila. Sixth, Manoj is older than Rajesh. Seventh, Seshagiri is not as tall as Sidhu. Seshagiri is not as tall as Sidhu. Eighth one, Rajesh is taller than Akhila. Ninth, Vamshi is one of the shortest boys in the group. 10th, Akhila is not so heavy as Manoj. 11th, Sidhu is heavier than any other pupil in the group. It is explaining about his weight. 12th, no other member in the group is so heavy as Sidhu. What they are saying, no other member in the group is so heavy as Sidhu. That is 12th one. 13th, Rajesh is as heavy as Raghava. 14th, Manoj is heavier than Gopi. 15th, Vamshi is as heavy as Harini. 16th, Sidhu is taller than any other pupil in the group. It is explaining about the height. 17. No other pupil in the group is as tall as Sidhu. 18. Rajesh is taller than Raghava. 19. Akila is shorter than Harini. 20. Vamshi is not as tall as Manoj. So, students, I hope you have written these sentences in your notes. Now, we will see Roman number 2. Look at the following sentences, paying special attention to the underlined words. The tiny ants, which were always busy, tickled the dark buffaloes. They often held musical evenings in a large open field. Here they have given two sentences for us. In the first sentence, we find underlined word always. The second sentence, we find often. The underlined words are adverbs. These underlined words are called as adverbs. Do you know what is an adverb? Yes, an adverb is a word which adds to the meaning of a verb and tells us how a thing is done, when it is done, or where it is done. So, here these are the adverbs. Which one? Always and often. These two underlined words are called adverbs, which tell us how often something happens. So, which tell us how frequently happens is called adverbs of frequency. See here, the underlined words are adverbs which tell us how often something happens. They are called adverbs of frequency. Means how frequently the thing is happening. We are explaining how frequently it is happening. So we call it as adverbs of frequency. Read the following passage and underline the adverbs of frequency. In the given we can see the paragraph here. So in that paragraph we have to identify the adverbs of frequency, and we have to underline them. You underline them in your textbook only. Shekhar is a busy taxi driver. He never finds time to read books. In this never, you underline never. It is an adverb of frequency. He often takes food outside. Often, you underline often. He reaches home early in the evening, but he seldom goes to bed early. Underline seldom. So, his children always ask him for a bedtime story. Underline always. Sometimes he takes his children for picnics and buys toys and gifts. Underline sometimes. In this paragraph, now what you have to underline the words? Underline the word never, often, always, seldom, sometimes. In the down, we can see another conversation. Look at the conversation between two friends, Murthy and Krishna. Fill in the blanks with always, never, often, seldom, sometimes. The words which we have underlined in the above passage, using those words, we have to complete the conversation between these two friends named Murthy and Krishna. So we will see. Murthy say that, do you like reading books? Krishna answers, yes, very much. I always read books, a book a day. How about you? So here you can see the blanks. In the second means in Krishna, yes, very much. I dash read books, a book a day. How about you? In that dash, in that blank, you write always. I always read books. So write always. Again, third, Murthy. I like books too, but I dash read books not always. Write sometimes in that dash. Write sometimes. But I sometimes read books not always. Write sometimes in the blank. Next, Krishna. How dash do you read books? Means how often do you read books? Write often in the blank. Murthy. Once or twice a month. Krishna. Oh, that's fine. Have you read Asura by Anand Neelakantan? Murthy. No, I haven't. I will read it next month. How dash does your brother read? How often does your brother read? Write often in the blank. Here, how often does your brother read? Krishna. He seldom read books. The last he read a book was 10 years ago. In the dash, which one he? Dash is there, no? Write seldom. So write seldom in the blank. He seldom read books. Next is writing. Here is an invitation card from the animals about a musical program in the forest. Read it carefully. If you see your textbook, you can see an invitation. So, this invitation is from animals about a musical program in the forest. So, see what they have mentioned in this invitation musical program. Date and time 9th August, 6 p.m. onwards. Venue Green Garden Forest. Guests of honor Moon, stars. Welcome address Peacock. Cultural programs. Dance made for each other by elephant and deer. Who is going to dance? Elephant and Deer. Song Victory over the Jackal by Parrots and Mynas. Who is going to sing? Parrots and Mynas. Gymnastics show. Health tips for all animals by Tiger and Deer. Who is going to do gymnastics? Tiger and Deer. Skit. Fine Fur of Rabbit by Cuckoo and Friends. Vote of Thanks, Wild Buffalo. All are welcome by Animals of the Forest. In this invitation, we find the information about the program, how they are going to organize. First, they have given us the date and time and the venue where this program is going to be conducted. So, where it is in Greenwood Forest. Who are the guests of honors? Moon and Star. Welcome address by Peacock. And we will normally, if we conduct annual day in our school also, we have a particular format like where we are going to conduct our annual day, and who will be the guests of honors, and who will welcome address, like that. Here also these animals have designed an invitation. Even in our school annual day we perform our talents like dance, singing, skits, like that. So the same way they are also performing the uh, different types of their talents. So here cultural programs are dance by Elephant and Deer, song by Parrots and Mynas, gymnastics by Tiger and Deer, skit by Cuckoo and Friends, and vote of thanks by Wild Buffalo. And they are saying all are welcome by Animals of the Forest. Suppose you are planning to conduct a cultural program in your school on the occasion of your school anniversary. Design an invitation card. You may use the model given above. So students, they have given us a model of invitation which is prepared by the animals for their cultural evening. So using that invitation, we have to prepare an invitation about the cultural program in our school on the occasion of your school anniversary. So you have to design an invitation card. So this is the homework for you. You have to design an invitation card regarding the cultural program in your school on the occasion of school anniversary. So in that you have to mention date and time, and the venue means where you are going to conduct that program, guests of honor, welcome address, and the cultural programs. All that you have to mention in your invitation, and that is your homework. And we will see the next one, Roman number 2. Read below how Peacock, the organizer, compared the whole program in the Greenwood Forest. Dear Mr. Moon, stars, and dear friends, I welcome you all to the Peace and Harmony program organized in the Greenwood Forest. As you are aware, we have with us Mr. Moon and Stars as our guests of honor on behalf of our animal kingdom. And on my behalf, I thank them for sparing some of their valuable time for us. I request Mr. Moon to say a few words on this occasion. So, Peacock is organizing the program. So, it is uh, thanking Mr. Moon and his friends, and he is asking Moon to say a few words. Then we will see what it will be. Mr. Moon, sir. Thank you, sir, for saying very after the moon speaks. Again, the peacock continues the program saying that Mr. Moon, sir, thank you, sir, for saying very kind words for us. Now I will begin our cultural program with a dance item called Made for Each Other. This will be presented by Elephant and Deer. After the performance, what it will be saying dance. I'm sure you have liked the dance item. The next item in our program is a song called Victory Over the Jackal. This will be sung by parrots and mynas. Then a song by parrots and mynas. How was the song? Did you like it? Now you will see the gymnastic show called Health Tips for All Animals. This will be presented by Tiger and Deer. Gymnastic show by Tiger and Deer. After the show, I'm sure you have enjoyed the show. Now you will see a skit called Fine Fur of Rabbit. It will be presented by Cuckoo and Friends. Then the skit will be performed by Cuckoo and Friends. Now I invite the wild buffalo, the president of the animal kingdom, to propose a vote of thanks. Vote of thanks by Wild Buffalo. Finally, I invite you all to have a mouthful of juice before you leave. So, this is the program organizing by Peacock. In Roman number 3, you see, imagine that you are the cultural secretary of your school. You have been asked to compare the program on the school anniversary day. Prepare your script and then give a mock performance before your group. Here, what they are asking us to prepare a culture what program. Here, as Peacock has prepared a program of the whole cultural event, so we also have to prepare the program of the whole cultural event. So here, what it is, our we are going to celebrate the school anniversary. So for that, imagine you are the cultural secretary of your school and you have to prepare a program how you are going to organize. So you take this above program as reference and try to prepare a program of our school anniversary day. This is the homework for you. And now what are the homeworks? You have to prepare an invitation and also a program for the cultural event of our school anniversary day. Okay, students, we will continue with the remaining part of the grammar in the next class. Thank you. Have a good day.